Hey everybody, today I'm going to do something that I haven't done. It's my first time. I don't know if you've ever had a situation in your home or your rental unit where you don't have a switch to turn on the light in your home. You have an overhead fixture, but it has to work by pull chain to get your light or your fan working. There's no light, there's no switch on your wall. And what happens is these things break. And in this case, the light end of it, the pull chain broke right off the light, and we're constantly fixing it and wiring in a new switch for the line. Well, I'm going to try to use something I haven't used before. It's by Hampton Bay, and what it is it's a wireless switch system that's going to go on the wall. This is going to get wired. This is a signal that transmits the signal and works in correspondence with this remote. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wire it in up into the canopy up there. And we're going to pull that down and let's see how this goes. Okay, so the directions say that before we get into the wiring instructions, we have to make sure that the power is on at the fan and the light. Now I already know the light is on because the pull string is broke, but when you put the light bulb in, the light is on. So that's what you want to make sure. Pull your pull chain, make sure the light is on, and then pull the pull chain and put your fan on the fastest speed. In this case, one pull for this fan is the fastest speed, so you're going to leave it there. Leave it on. Now we have to go and turn off the circuit breaker. So it gets dark now. We have to work by light. So I'm going to go turn off the circuit breaker, and then we're going to get up into that canopy, and we're going to rewire with this signal in there. Let's see how it goes from that point. Alright, so I have the canopy open. You can see we've exposed the wiring. Now we're going to follow the directions, and if the directions meet exactly the type of wiring that's in your house, it should go smoothly. You're just matching up white, black, and black with the white stripe. But a lot of times, if you're in an older house, your wiring lines aren't going to be the same color. If you don't know what you're doing, if you're not an electrician, don't do this, because you don't know how to use a meter and you don't know how to find what's hot, what's neutral. So if it's not as perfect as what it says in the directions and you don't know what you're doing, stop right there, hire somebody. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wire in that device right now. I'm going to go ahead and wire it in, and then that device is going to tuck away right into this canopy when I'm done. Okay, so I'll take care of that right now. Okay, so the receiver is all wired in. All right, I had to be very careful, and in this case the wires didn't match up. You know, when they tell you match yellow to blue from the receiver and you don't got a blue coming from the fan, if you don't know what you're doing, like I said, don't do it. In a perfect world, the colors will match up for you and you can play electrician. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're not an electrician, do not do this. So this is all wired in. I'm going to go ahead and tuck it into here, and we're going to try to get it to fit somehow, which is going to prove interesting, I'm sure. But we'll tuck this away, we'll get this canopy back up, and then we'll come back and test it. Okay, so we're done. Here's the remote control. Once you get it all wired in, you can see the canopy is all back up, and we have the transmitter up there. It's all wired properly. You go ahead and you put your power back on, and within 3 minutes of putting the power on, you slip the battery in here and you pair the device. All right, it's all in the directions. You pair the device by holding down 2 buttons at the same time. Once you do that, if you did it correctly, you press your power light on, just like that. Now you have an on-off button wirelessly. Your fan, you got the 3 different speeds at a click of a button. You can just click it right away, right to your soft, low, you can see it start up, medium, to your high. And the reason why you do it, you turn off, you make sure you turn the fan on high before you turn the power off, is for this reason, so that it works and coincides perfectly with your slow, medium, and there you go. Look at that. So I highly recommend this. This was like $40 at Home Depot. It was Hampton Bay. Pretty simple situation. Another job well done. Okay, now the last thing that we're going to do is, it comes with this little plate, which is pretty neat. I already made the holes. I didn't want to bore you with how to make holes. You just set it up, make your marks, and make holes. And I'm going to be using toggles here. butterfly toggle bolts that spread out in the back, because I don't have a solid stud here and I want to kind of make it look neat here. And then this piece has 2 holes and this snaps right on, so you can leave it right on your wall. So it's pretty neat. So it's simple. You're using toggle, put the screw through, start your partial connection here, spin her on, do the bottom. I'll tell you, after putting this in, I've never used this before. It's the first time I've ever done it. I got about 1 million more ways that I'm going to be utilizing this switch. It's pretty neat. So you go ahead and you poke these right through your holes. One, bottom, top. Push them in. Pull them back a little bit. Pull them towards you so that the butterfly clip, when it opens in the wall, you gotta pull it tight to the wall so that you can tighten the screw. If you just let it go, it's just gonna spin in the back. So you kind of want to pull it tight to you, spin it with your finger until you got it, you know, as tight as you can. You know that that bolt is going like this and catching the back of the wall. And I think we're good to go there. So I'm just gonna start screwing it in. And I definitely caught it because it's tightened. And we'll do the bottom. Bottom might be spinning, and it is spinning a lot actually. Get this in a lot tighter. The other one was in a lot further. So you can see how I'm pulling it out towards me and spinning it. That way you're definitely not spinning it in the back. Once you get it in close enough where you really can't grab it with your fingers, you're pretty much there at that point. Done deal. Don't over tighten it. You don't want to crack the plate, that's for sure. And voila, wall switch. Hampton Bay, nice job.